So at the beginning of every of our kind of limited series, at the beginning, we always want to set an intention or an agenda together. And I think a lot of you in your roles already do this and just want to kind of re-emphasize just how important and how strategic this actually is too. If you think about like anytime there's like a morning circle or kind of, when you have your schedule on the wall for kiddos to kind of, right, see together what we're all doing today. You're actually doing a really cool brain technique and you're helping. It's something that we actually tried when we teach cognitive training for people who have concussions or traumatic brain injuries, and a range of that. We're trying to teach people what you're doing, which is how to set an agenda, how to kind of set a plan for the day. When we set a plan for the day, it actually helps our brains organize information. We can become more efficient learners, and in turn, we actually become better rememberers. Um, we'll get into the nitty-gritty next time on like specifically on memory. But if you think about it, right, so if you think about our entire brain, within our brain, we have the front piece that's supposed to pay attention. Internally, we have like a filing cabinet, and in that filing cabinet, we have tons of memories. Well, when we look at something to try to remember it or learn it, and then to the filing cabinet, we have to like put labels on it or be able to actually kind of organize the information such that we're able to look in the filing cabinet and pull it back out eventually. So if, imagine a world where we didn't set an agenda, or we didn't have a morning circle time, and also you start kind of bombarding kiddos with information or bombarding yourself with information, you're asking your brain to try to do a lot of work, trying to figure out, how do I organize this? Why is it relevant? Why do I care? I'm now kind of in the moment trying to figure out how to label this information. And then if you can imagine, right, if I don't have good labels and a good organization strategy, when I try to file it and pull it back out of the filing cabinet of our memory, I might not be able to find it as efficiently either. So I know a lot of us kind of inherently do this, but just want to highlight that, a lot of good comes from this intention setting or agenda setting. And so for us to kind of help you organize information for today, next slide, please. We kind of have our intentions that we're hoping to kind of set together. So, one thing that we hope to kind of share with you today is that the brain doesn't just act in isolation or isolated units. It's a big symphony of circuits. When one thing happens in one spot, other things are happening in the other to kind of coordinate this giant structure that is our brain. We're going to chat with you a little bit about how knowing about the brain is a superpower, right? The more we know, the more we can kind of intellectualize or understand what kiddos are going through who we're working with. And also too, just to kind of acknowledge just how much the brain changes from childhood through adulthood. And also, just to add one more thing to kind of talk about today, just how much stress and emotion impacts our brain. It impacts how efficiently it functions. It impacts a lot of different things.